And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 4 of Mass Effect. Last episode was a kind of filler episode. We did all the codex entries that. Let me just turn down my mic. Right, that should be there. Right, so we did all the codex entries last time. So now we're going to start exploring the Citadel, which is the main hub of the galactic civilization. We've got Caden and Ashley here. And we're just going to go have a look around, talk to people, see what we can get up to. So we've got a computer that we can decrypt right here. Nice and easy. An Alliance patrol report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argos Rho cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team can investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? So that is essentially something for later on. That's a side quest for later on. Right, so let's go and look about. First, we're going to go check out this little place here. We've got aliens. More aliens.
I understand what you're saying, but these allegations are very serious. I can't just... This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. All right, I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything rash.
So these are two new species that we're getting introduced to right off the bat next to our where we start off. We're going to talk to them in just a second. Because over here is a new species, a third new species. These are the Keepers. Now these are the... Basically, this is the alien species that maintains the Citadel. Not much is known about them. They're just kind of here, and they've always been here, and now they're just kind of accepted. So that's what they are. We'll probably learn more about the Keepers at some point in time. They look pretty freaky. It looks like it's got like rods for arms, almost like really insecty. Over here, we have Din Korlak, we have Kaelin, and we have Zeltan. Let's start with Din Korlak, everybody's favourite Volus.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
So we got some experience there, a codex entry for later. Now you might be wondering, how can we speak to each other? Like, what about language? How does that work in this universe? Well, I believe that there is so every person has like a translator in their equipment. Not sure where it is, whether it's in their Omni tool or anything like that, but there is translators that translate. So when Din was speaking, he was speaking in his own tongue, but it was translating that to English for us. And then when we speak back to them, it translates to them their language. You know, yeah, so it just does like an auto-translator kind of thing. We will talk to Kaelin here now.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kaelin. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kaelin? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Yeah, we don't care about your ways whilst I'm asking about your ways. Also, if you're wondering why the Volus is in a suit, he obviously doesn't look like that, but he's in some kind of suit. I believe the pressure on their home world is really serious, so that they've adapted that if they're outside their suit in any other kind of environment, they basically explode. Yeah. So that's why Kaelin, this Elcor, why he starts his sentences off like HK-47 from KOTOR, because it's basically explaining his intent and his emotion.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
So yeah, Dan is quite a pessimist. Let's learn about the Elcor.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
So I bet you're wondering, why were we talking to these two? Because we got experience and we leveled up. It's what happens when you talk to people, guys. You level up, you get experience. Interestingly, the game throws two kind of opposing species here. One where their government is kind of always changing. It's very flexible. Another where it's kind of more static and more stable and doesn't change much. But anyway, never mind. We leveled up. Let's go. And we still have one more person to talk to. We have Zeltan.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
So get ready to hear about this Asari consort, because you're gonna hear a lot about this Asari consort. Anyway, that's done with this room. And that was about 10 minutes of talking to those guys, but we leveled up, so it was worth it, and we learned more stuff. I basically want to show off everything this game has to offer, because I love this game. And this trilogy, and this series as a whole. So if we come down here, we have another area. We have an embassy receptionist. We can talk to you.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Savina.
Oh, this is an Asari, by the way, as is the women we saw with Saren on the ship. These are the Asari.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
And Codex. That's why we do these things. For Codex. And also for lore building. I really like lore building. Right, so if we come up here, there is, if I remember... So we just came from over here, we come up here, there's a little bit here, there's an embassy lounge and a CSEC headquarters. Let's go check these out. So in here, there's not much. There's some people. We can.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place
So
is.
some NPCs will give you actual dialogue, and others will give you one-liners. We have a diplomatic archive here, which will give us a codex. And there's a keeper here. And another diplomatic archive. Two. Sure, there's only one. Isn't that the same one? Didn't I just get... Anyway, well, I'm not going to complain. More experience. And then here... Nope, that's the way out. And here is... This is the CSEC headquarters. CSEC is basically the equivalent of the police on the Citadel. I'm just going to look about your room. Don't mind me. Got another computer console over here with another description. Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Eta cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. So that sounds like a biotic kind of cult there. And over here is Executor Palin. This is the guy in charge of CSEC.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
I came on my own. I need information.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie. Is that the right expression? Never mind, forget I asked. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law, especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
So there's a couple of dialogue options there that I didn't take, just because I just don't think role-playing my kind of this, I don't think she would ask them, because it's kind of more like renegade things, like, oh, we're not favorites, we're discriminating. I don't think she would be like that. And I think she would see his point of not liking Spectres being above the law. I think she would see that and be like, yeah, that's a fair point.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course she wouldn't. She'd be tossed out the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose.
Besides, Nick, the consort's nothing like the girls back on the colonies. She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too.
Shut up, Fredericks.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Again, about this consort, very popular thing to talk about on the Citadel, apparently. This guy will be important later on. Right, so we got back, we'll quickly check out this area and another keeper. Maybe take a note of that for later. Let's talk to the bartender.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies, not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will.
Oh, I have.
If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort? She entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
So no codex from that, just kind of filling you in on roughly what is nearby, what points of interest on the Citadel. You have a name, an Asana.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
And you're very rude. Anyway, fair enough. If someone came up to me in the middle of like a coffee place and was like, "Hey, I want to talk to you. Tell me things," I'd be like, sus. But we're gonna cut this episode off here. I'm gonna try and keep these about 20 minutes because my first 3 episodes went on for a little bit longer than I would have liked. When we come back, we're going to talk to Avina, and then I'm going to decide where exactly we're going to go first. So yeah, I'll see you next time.